Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce my name. My name is Khadija umar, with student ID 0204 11057. And I'm from 3 bilingual class. Today I make my mid-exam task, and the subject is taxation from Mr. Zulkifli Abu. And what we're going to talk about today is income tax, or in Indonesia is PPh 21, the income tax. So what is income tax is, or what is PPh 21 is? So PPh 21 is, according to the regulation of Director General Perdirjen of Taxes number per 32/PJ/2015, is a tax on income in the form of salaries, wages, honorarium, allowances, and other payments in the name and in any form in connection with work or position, services, and activities carried out by individual domestic tax subjects. And then the next one is there is non-taxable income in PPh 21 or PPKP. In Indonesian rupiah, 54 million for individual taxpayers in a year, and additional 4.5 million for married taxpayers. And then the additional 54 million is for wife whose income is combined with the husband's income, and additional for 4.5 million for each blood family member. And some in the family in the straight lineage and adopted children who are fully dependent, at most 3 people for each family. And there is a table for the PKP and then the PTKP. So up to 60 million rupiah, you got goes 5% to pay to the government, or yes, you got to pay the PPh 21 or tax income. This is the taxable income. Yes, and then the status PTKP or non-taxable income, TK is means tidak kawin and zero dependents. Okay, so it's in a year you got 54 million per year. The next, this is the regulation from the government. It depends on the year. They might be updated or they might be changed. We don't know, but I record this in 2023, so I use this regulation. And then how to count it? There is a case example for PPh 21. Mr. Dana works at PTEDG as a permanent employee with a basic salary of 4.7 million per month, food and transportation allowances for 1 million, and he has no family and no dependents. So how much is PPh 21, Mr. Dana? So how much is the income tax of Mr. Dana? To account that, we must know the net income of Mr. Dana too by decrement. So total salary of Mr. Donner is 4.7 plus 1 million is 5,700,000 rupiah. So, and then it goes 5% for position fee, and then the PTKP is not married and zero dependents. So it's 54 million, right? To account that, 0.700 million times the 5% or times the prison fee is 285,000. So we deducted that the salary minus the 5% or the 285,000 rupiah equals 5,415,000 rupiah for the net income in a month. So we found the net income in a month by deducting this to this, all right? And then 5,415,000 times 12, we want to find what he have for the net income for year, for annual. And then 64,980,000 rupiah minus, so the net income for year, we minus the 54 million minus the PTKP for year is equal the taxable income in a year. So the taxable income in a year is 10 2,980,000 rupiah. So we times it into the 5%, or from the regulation here, that up to the 60 million, wajib pajak or people cost 5%. So 5%, so it's up to, so it's like in a between from the 0 to the 60 million, so it goes 5% and equal 549,000 rupiah per year for the tax income in a year. But in a month, we divided that we divided that from 549,000 rupiah divided for 12 month equal 45,000 rupiah 750 in a month. So Mr. Danar must pay 45,750 for a month and 549,000 for a year. But I want to give you other example. For example, here, Anna is a married female employee with no children, and she works at PTX with a monthly salary of 7.5 million, and Anna should pay 5% for position fee, right? And then Endang pays a monthly pension contribution of 100,000 rupiah. It is known that Endang's husband has no income, and in July, in addition to her salary, Endang also received overtime payment for 2.5 million rupiah, and we're gonna calculate that. So the salary was 7.5 million, but she have overtime, so we add 7.5 with 2.5. It's equal 10 million rupiah. It's a gross income, but we make a decrement over accounting that provision fee 5% times the 10 million is 5%. 500,000 rupiah, and then the provision fee is 100. So it's 600 from the 10 million. We deducted that, and we find the monthly net income. The monthly net income is 9.600 rupiah. No, 9.6 million rupiah, sorry. And the annual net income is 12 times 9.600 rupiah is 112 million 800 rupiah, 800,000 rupiah. So we wanted to decrease that. We deduct it. So Endang is married. So but she must pay 54 million for the personal, for the taxpayer, and then additional for married taxpayer. So he has husband, so she has husband, so she must to pay the other 4.5 million from the regulation, right? So there's a regulation for it. She must pay that. And then from 112 million 800,000 rupiah, we deducted like minus 112 million 800 rupiah minus 58,500,000 rupiah is equal to taxable income, or 54,500,000 rupiah. So this is the PKP, right? Taxable income. So PPH in a year, or tax income in a year, is 5% because it's not reached more than 60 million. So it's 5% by the regulation. So we must pay attention to the regulation. And then 5% times 54,500 equals the PPH, okay, in a year is 2.725 million rupiah, 25,000 rupiah. And then, yeah, that is a total for the year, but the total in a month is, we're going to divide that from 2,725,000 rupiah divided by 12 months is 227.83 rupiah for a month. So Miss Endang should pay 227.83 in a month for the tax income. I think maybe that's enough for today. That is for my mid-exam task. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.